AFL.
AFL?
Aussie rules football, for sure.
Did you play football when you were younger?
I grew up playing it, and I love it, the dynamicness of it, and it's explosive, and I like basketball now, but I grew up loving footy.
What caused you to go the basketball route?
Basketball honestly just had more of a future outlook. I knew that, I could play in many different, leagues, countries, wherever. Footy was a bit more localized, which is great, but basketball seems to just have more of like a tier level and a pathway. Yeah, I think going to the Final Four is something that sticks out, especially it's changing now, but women's, it's been notoriously like the Yukons, the South Carolinas, those type of teams, which, they still are, but for us, Virginia Tech, we went and made some noise, so that was one of my proudest moments. Ooh, I mean, it happened last night at Whole Foods.
Really? Whole Foods?
Usually in college, you wear new gear or you're in that area, but to be in DC in a Whole Foods, I guess I was wearing a Washington hoodie, but
that helps.
I mean, I'm in the city now, so it makes me feel good. It's not just college town. Yeah, one rule change, I think we need that 6th foul.
Okay.
Yeah. Not saying you can just go and swing on everybody, but you get that last little chance to, yeah.
Have you fouled out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
As a guard?
Yeah, I mean my first 4 games in college, I came from playing FIBA rules to college. So I was in foul trouble early on. I adjusted, but now with physicality I can kind of work my way back up to just teeing.
That Aussie rules football coming out.
Yeah. That's put me in a bad position. Okay, I'm going to say Jade because of the Aussie connection. And obviously if I'm playing with her, it means that some type of Australian opals, fever, whatever has manifested into itself. So. I'm always rock with my girl Lauren Jackson.
Okay, yeah, understandably.
So I'm going to say her because to come from overseas here, first pick, and then just make an impact like she has, it's not easy to do.
Did you look up to her when you were playing?
Yeah, I watched her a lot growing up. I think I have a picture with her when I was 10, 11 years old when she came to my hometown to play, so yeah. Ooh, I'm big into history and artifacts and documentaries, so I feel I would just throw myself into any European situation and probably find out a bit more on the Spain side or that type of area. That'd be sick. I've been to Germany, so I love looking at all that history, but anywhere where I'm in a country and I'm learning. I'm from Australia, so I've had that beach experience.
Sure. Yeah.
But if I'm going on a vacation, it's probably going to go somewhere with a rich history. Yeah, it just means I have to work a little harder and do things a little differently. What may seem unorthodox for a lot of people is what works for me. And I've seen greats do it. I have huge respect for people like Becky Hammond, Leilani Mitchell. That's an Australian guard on the shorter side, but Becky, she's talked a lot about her heart and her work. And I think that's just something, you have to bring something else because it's not going to be height, right? But at the end of the day, my height, as hard as I work and as hard as I care and study the game, sometimes you can't find that in people who are 6'1", 6'2", right? So I just have to do things a little differently.